Hello, friends. It's Queen of the Randoms, and this is part two of the Star Wars Rebels mid-season trailer breakdown. And yep, let's just get right into it. So first of all, Princess Leia. Oh God, I was so excited to hear that she was coming. I know Dave Filoni talked about a big character who was returning, and my thoughts were Princess Leia. Immediately, I thought Princess Leia. So my think now that this character was either Princess Leia or Darth Maul, and it's so good to have her. It's like such a great idea to talk about because she has a lot of stuff doing with Rebels. I mean, she's Bail Organa's adopted daughter. Um, she of course becomes a big rebel leader. She's a princess, and I think it's one of the great to see them tackling the challenge of Princess Leia is still with the Empire at the moment. But she doesn't believe in it, honestly. She doesn't believe in it. Um, as to quote Dave Filoni, she doesn't believe in the Empire. She's enacting a part, almost a double agent. The Empire sees her as a privileged princess who runs mercy missions to wayward worlds, but in truth, she's much stronger and more dangerous than they imagine. Um, that's a good way to describe her. Um, she's coming first up, and yeah, it's gonna be great. I love her design. I think she looks so much like both her parents. I mean, I'm looking at her now, and I can see where Anakin is and where Padme is, and I think that's one of the great things about the animation is that it's harder with um actors in live action because you can't really it's hard sometimes to show the parentage, especially when the parentage is such an important thing. But they really utilize the animation, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. I know there's some complaints that she looks a little older, but you have to remember that Princess Leia, all through the original trilogy, always carried herself in a way that made you think that she was older beyond her years. God damn it, Darth Maul, do you ever die? It just, what is he doing back? Oh god. Um, I'm interested to see what Darth Maul is doing. uh, I'm, I'm sure he's died like 3 times now. Uh, but anyway, he seems, because he says, call me old master, and this pose, he's like, got his hand, and like, Ezra seems to be bowing to him, which worries me greatly. So, I don't know if I'm thinking that Ezra's gonna be very much torn between the light side and the dark side here. On the light side we have Kanan, and then on the dark side we have if if this is true we have Maul. And yes, I'm aware I had many different names of them, but I think now that I've seen a picture and I've compared it, yeah, these guys are temple guards. And yeah, it's surprising that they lived through Order 66. I was sure that they would have been eradicated too. And then I think back to what Freddie Prinze Jr. said, because like when we get to the subject of why they're still here, he said that by the end of the series, Kanan would have passed his Jedi trials, and maybe these guys are here to teach him. Maybe they're here to get him past the last bits of his training. That's just my theory, but we'll have to see. I have absolutely no idea why Kanan has a red lightsaber. Maybe it's some sort of lesson, and we see all the lightsabers in the background. I'm wondering, yeah, this is gonna be interesting, and especially since the dojo setting, and that every shot seems to be with Kanan, and except for the one when these guys are fighting the Inquisitors. So, quite excited about Sham coming to the show. I was very excited to hear about that because I loved his character in the Clone Wars, and I've been off and on reading Lords of the Sith, and I like his character in that. And it'd be very interesting to see how what his relationship to Hera, because that's Sham Syndulla, for those who don't know, is Hera's father. Um, That's gonna be interesting to see because I'm not completely sure, but they're in the short story Mercy Missions, which takes place when Hera is 17 years old and she's still with the Free Ryloth movement on Ryloth, and she mentioned, like, there was a quick mention that she hadn't seen her father for a while because the year prior, what happened, Lords of the Sith. I haven't actually finished Lords of the Sith, but she hadn't seen him for a while, and because she's 17 there, and when she was 18 when she met Kanan, so she was probably on the road. Like, she must have, like, it must have been, like, really quick, you know, we between the transition between Mercy Mission and A New Dawn. So they could have easily have not seen each other for 7 years and 7? Yeah, about it's 7, I think. I'm counting in my head. She's 24 now. I'm sorry, I had to count. Um, so it's exciting. And it's also exciting to see, like, what will be happening with the Free Ryloth movement. Because I know that a lot of planets definitely did get effed up by the Empire. A lot of species got effed up, and the Twi'leks were, like, quite high, like, quite present in my thought when it comes to people that the Empire is really screwed up, because especially because they're already slavers. Well, not slavers. They're already a slave race. Like, they get captured as slaves a lot. No, not captured. I'm not really sure how that business works. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be exciting, and maybe Hera will speak some Ryle. Is it Ryle, or I've heard Twi'leki Ryle? I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Um, it's also interesting. Like, so this is the rebel move. Like, this is like reinforcement that Bail Organa has sent them, and yeah, I think that's interesting to think because we now see other rebel groups. It's not just the Ghost Crew. I mean, we had Phoenix Squadron, sorry, and we had, yeah, that's about it. So it'd be interesting because I think we're extending out to the other rebel cells. So, another thing that's exciting is, I believe that the Twi'lek on the screen now is Numa, or the little girl from the Innocence of Ryloth episode in the Clone Wars, which was very exciting. I mean, the Ryloth arc was one of my favorite arcs in the Clone Wars. Actually, just hit me up if you ever want me to do my favorite a list of my favorite arcs in the Clone Wars. I'd be happy to do that. Uh, I believe so because look at the armor she's wearing. She's it looks like Boyle's armor, and just like, look, if you just, it looks, see, it's got the same color, and it's, so, that's emotional. And in this other picture here of her, we see on her chest she has a Tuka doll. Yeah, I'm excited to see Numa as in the show. That's a great to see. I wonder if, like, she knew Hera. Her and Hera would have been the same age. Hera may have been a little older. Yeah, but a little bit older. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. So I didn't get it the first time I saw it because everything was going so fast. But there is two new Lasats, which is very exciting. Obviously, Zeb isn't the only one, and I think this is going to connect a lot to the stuff with happened on the Sun. There's a few screenshots in there of Zeb fighting Callus, which is going to be emotional and stuff. And I'm wondering what these two will bring to the equation. I didn't see the male one at first, but then when I zoomed in, I saw him. So this is gonna be interesting. The Incy Bincy Spider from Hell, with the Phantom in the background. And granted, because there's an episode coming up called The Protector of Concord Dawn, I have reason to believe that's being made just beyond Concordia, which is one of the moons of Mandalore, and Mandalorian. Concord's the big bounty hunter planet. That's where Jango Fett came from. The big Mandalorian, you know, and also Reiko Hardin, I believe. Uh, and Sabine being a bounty hunter, being Mandalorian, it would make sense. I mean, there's something going on. I mean, now we found out she's from Clan Vizsla, which kind of blew my mind. House Vizsla, Clan Ren, up. This is gonna be pretty cool. Also, we got some guys in Mando gear, so that confirms it. And a pretty awesome shot of her blowing some stuff up. First up in the other stuff, it looks like Ketsu Onyo will be making a return. Granted that her ship is meandering around the rebels, the Ghost Pacific, more to be more specific. A few images of Kanan's Lothcat helmet, looking sick, dude. Of course, Yoda has to show up. Still voiced by Frank Oz, which is exciting to add to this whole thing of Ezra being torn between the light side and the dark side. Kanan doing his impression of a buzz droid. Never seen before ghost missile thingies. Also, what the hell is Kanan doing on top of the ghost while it's in space? Dear godson. Hey, it looks like we're going to Geonosis. Space Sun having a whale of a time. Ahsoka reminiscing about Anakin with Ezra, which broke me, and it's coming out of Ezra's holocron, which is interesting because Dave Filoni did say that holocrons can show other things besides the Obi-Wan message, and so who knows what else is in that holocron. A lovely shot of some snowy terrain. The snowy terrain makes me think of this shot, and because it has the same kind of blizzard environment, and it's Callus versus Zeb, we might be on the sun. Oh hell no, we are not doing Duel of the Droids again. The new good shot of the new Inquisitor, definitely not human if you look at his hands and feet. Also, Kanan in the background looks like he's had a terrible time. And that's all for today, folks. I probably missed a million more details, but it's good to have a good surprise. And I will see you for my reaction of the first episode coming out in 2 days. 3 days, actually, about 3 days from when I did this video. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think's gonna happen?